उड़ती पतंग जैसे मस्त मलंग जैसे मस्ती सी चढ़ गई हमको तुरंत जैसे लगती करंट जैसे निकला वारंट जैसे अभी अभी उतरा हो नेट से टोरेंट जैसे
Conversation.
That's amazing.
Haram.
I'm Shaira.
जा रही हो
Party's over, back to real life.
तुमने मेरा नंबर तो लिया नहीं
You know, मेरा अभी recently breakup हुआ है और मैं कुछ दिनों तक single रहना चाहती हूँ. So no phone calls, please.
Welcome to Bradford.
Thank
Your
you.
first official visit in the UK.
Yes, no, actually my second. I was here with my family last year. We were in London, spent about a week here.
So let's talk about the film. How did it feel when Aditya Chopra first came to you with Befikre and wanted to direct you himself?
It was actually such a big piece of news for me that I didn't allow it to I didn't actually embrace it, accept it, or think that it was going to happen. I didn't fully accept that this was actually going to happen until it was actually officialized, because you know there are many instances in my life where these really big things happen, and then somehow or the other they kind of fall apart along the way and they don't happen, and you face a great deal of disappointment, you know, and that doesn't feel good at all. So I wasn't going to immediately celebrate or anything till such time as I knew it was absolutely official. But it happened almost in the exact same fashion as the time that he told me I was going to do Band Baja Barat. He calls me up to his office in the great big Yash Raj studio facility, and he sits on the dreaded 4th floor. If you're called to the 4th floor to meet Mr. Aditya Chopra, it's something super important. So when I got selected for Band Baja Barat, he called me to his office, sat me across the couch and told me, and I showed no emotion, even as a rank newcomer, you know, picked up from nowhere and going to be launched.
So were you being an actor there and pretending and hiding?
Yash Raj's first ever solo hero ever to be launched. It was a massive deal for me.
You've got a very unique and quirky style statement. Do you ever influence this into any of your characters that you play in the movies?
Not at all, actually.
Was there nothing like Band Baja Barat? I thought that was just
from
so you.
actually 2 directors who have had a great influence on me, 2 cinematic minds actually. One is Sanjay Leela Bhansali and one is Aditya Chopra, and what I've learned from them is that everybody has a job to do on a film, you know. It's teamwork, it's a collaborative effort. I'm the emotions guy. I'm the guy who brings emotions and you know infuses them into characters, brings characters to life with mannerisms, with the you know all the humanness, human nuances and stuff like that. And the director is the shepherd, the captain of the ship, and you know every department has their work that they do, and they do it better than anyone. That's why they're doing it. So I give the costume designer invariably. I'm one of those actors who doesn't really get too involved with the look. I trust that they've been brought on for a reason, because they are the experts of that department, and so I give them their space. I allow myself to be molded entirely look-wise by whoever's responsibility it is to design that look. Of course, if my input is asked for, then I will definitely offer it. But I generally am the kind who gives the costume designer a lot of space.
Oh, that's great. So from all the films that you've done, in terms of style statement, which character style have you loved the most?
None.
None?
Yeah, I don't like any of them. I really don't. But if I had to answer your question, probably Ram from Ram Leela. I like the beard, and I like that I was allowed to.
Shall I tell you which one I loved?
Tell me.
Topless.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with that.
This is Vaani's first lead role, and obviously
yeah.
she's starring with you. How do you think she's done in the film?
She was extremely nervous to begin with, and with good reason. She'd waited a long time to do another film, and it paid off, because it's a great part with a really great director in a really great film. So I think her gamble paid off to begin with. But of course, the nerves kind of were getting to her. She was extremely nervous on the first day. On the day before it was going to be the first day as well, she was almost hyperventilating. I'll never forget. We were at the headquarters in Paris, and she was a bag of nerves. But Adi sir's masterstroke was to begin with a song. We were supposed to start with the talkie scene, and he said at the very last minute, "No, I want to start with the song," because he knew that Vaani was well rehearsed for the song, and that she would absolutely kill it. And that song was Nashe Si Chad Gayi. And we did the song then, and she gained so much confidence from that. So it's amazing how a director can improvise on a schedule or on a scene and give the actor what they need to be able to perform. And after she did that song, that was like 3 days it took her. We took us to do the song, and after she was done with the song, she was just flowing, because you need that kind of when you're so nervous and new, and this was me back in the day as well. You rely on the validation from the people around you, and that gives you self-confidence, and then you're able to do what you can do, but just are probably too nervous to do. So she once we did that song, she was just flowing, and after the first week of whatever we shot, Adi sir showed us the material. He's like, "I want you all to see it," which is very unexpected of him. He's very guarded about his material. But he showed it to us, and that's when she realized that, okay, this is working, and that gave her another boost of self-confidence. And she's absolutely nailed the part, because she lived the part before the commencement of the shoot for so long that the way she went about her physicality, her dance, her accent, her French. She was so immersed in the character that she's absolutely nailed it.
Well, she tells us you played a lot of pranks on her. Is that true?
Yes, I did rag her a lot. I'm not really pranks, but I would trash talk and bully her and make her miserable and rile her up, and because I could, it's just, I used to be a bully in school, and here's my opportunity many years later. I can't articulate why, but I feel extremely protective about her, and I'm the only one who I will allow to bully her. Anyone else does it, I'll take them down.
Oh God, we better be careful. So, tell us something Befikre that you've done. What's the most Befikre thing that you've ever done?
I've done a lot of stuff.
I can believe that as well.
Yeah, I used to be quite the nutter back in the day before growing up. I've been a pretty Befikre kind of guy.
So the film's definitely very apt to me.
Yeah,
very,
straight
very
up my alley. Straight up my alley.
We interviewed Anil Kapoor just about a month ago, and we asked him the question that if you got the opportunity to play, how brilliant is that? Anil, I hope you're watching this. If you had the opportunity to play a gay character, who would you like as your love interest? And naturally, I'm going to say he chose you.
He chose me?
He chose you.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's amazing. I mean, that's testament to his love and affection for me and his comfort level with me as a co-actor. We had a brilliant time with each other. Possibly I would rate him as one of the best co-actor experiences that I've ever had. The kind of passion that the man has for the craft is matchless, really. He puts even the young and new actors to shame. The kind of vigor and passion with which he goes about what he does is stunning, and him and I got along like a house on fire from the get-go, and I'm so happy that I got a chance to work with him, because he is one of my screen idols.
In the film Befikre, there's a lot of kissing in the film. British audiences tend to watch Bollywood films for the reason that they're catered towards a family audience, and they can take their grandparents or their mums and dads to watch it, so that if an intimate scene comes, they don't need to worry, because Bollywood films used to be mainly based on family content. Now with obviously kissing scenes, intimate scenes, do you think that you might get a certain section of the British Asian audience shying away from coming to watch Befikre?
I would like to tell all the British Asian audiences that we have actually got a UA. from the censor board.
Oh, brilliant.
Which is testament in itself.
Mhm.
It is a family film.
Yeah.
It really is.
Mhm.
It is a very simple-hearted
Mhm.
love story, a
Mhm.
genuine romantic comedy, one that you don't get to see too often.
Mhm.
Usually Indian Hindi films in their romances by the third act, they're gonna get a bit emotional,
Mhm.
which then it's not a romantic comedy anymore.
Yeah.
It's a love story, but
Mhm.
here you have a genuine romantic comedy after a long time.
Mhm.
Adi sir wanted to shake up the genre. He said nobody is doing anything within this genre, which is my favorite genre.
Mhm.
I love When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
God.
Love Actually.
Yeah.
And he wanted to make something in the genre because nobody else was. He's like,
Mhm.
I have to do it.
So if you were to send a message to all of the Bradford audience today about Befikre, what would you say?
Well, to all the Bradfordians,
Oh, you got that
to
right.
all the Bradfordians. We've come a long way to give this message to you about our dear film Befikre. It's a happy film, so please bring all your loved ones, your friends, your family, and come watch our film on December 9th. I promise you entertainment and endearment. And yeah, this guy, Mr. Vidya Chopra, I assure you, is an ace director, and he doesn't direct too often, but he's a fabulous director. And I think he's made a film that our team is very, very proud of, and we would love for you all to come and watch.
Befikre.
Be Befikre.
Thank you so much.
पलटने नहीं वाला है।
पलटने का वे तो 90s में करते थे लोग. I was just checking out his ass.